You're going to feel the technical difficulties.
Hold on. We got to do this. Yeah. What's going on? How's it shaking, guys?
Face or balls.
Let's see if this is actually going live, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing sometimes. Yeah, we're live. We're live. Look at that. I'm going to share this out. Have a little time dancing around. All right, so what's going on, everybody? This is Bridging the Geekdoms. This is Slav right here. That is Colton over there, and that is Jerry right there. And we are the Sailor Moon of podcasting. Is that right? Were there 3 Sailor Moons? How many Sailor Moons were there? I don't even remember.
Weren't they like all the planets?
I don't know. Maybe there were. I don't know.
I don't know.
To be fair, I watched like 1 episode. So.
We're the Z Fighters. We're the meaningful C Fighters. I'm Piccolo. I'm the token black guy.
Jeez. Anyways, how is it going? What's up, guys? Like, what have you been up to the last, week or so?
Busting it down sexual style. A white boy in motion stays in motion, like Shakespeare said.
What are you doing?
I've been playing a lot of Bond. I normally try to not like pick up a controller during the week because I'm an addict and I can't put shit down. But this game is just it's that good. And I've been fairly disciplined. I turn it off by like 10 p.m. But yeah, it's just incredible.
Yeah, I wish I was that disciplined. I say that and then I look and it's 2 a.m. and I'm like, shit.
Yeah.
Every time. Or I go, oh yeah, I'll get on and play with you guys. And then I go, oh yeah, it's like 9 o'clock my time. We'll be done. And it's 2 o'clock their time because they're in Australia or something.
I miss those days of playing, at 5 in the morning with people from Australia.
Yeah, it happens way more often than I'd like to admit to.
Before the chats were, monitored and you could say whatever you want.
I mean, we could change that right now. The 3 monitors are right here.
No,
we're talking about gaming on Xbox Live.
We can do it. This is Xbox Live. I'll give it Chris 20. I went on scratch off this week. Chris 20 to whoever drops the first N-bomb. We're back at 2006.
And by the way, I have a ton of movie codes. I got Superman. I got Fantastic Four. I got Mission Impossible. So every week, we could do something fun with the comments and do a little competition, and we'll give out a code.
Yeah, definitely. I'm all for giving away stuff. So think about it. I also got my book I need to give away. So the Snyder Effect, I need to give that away as well. I have 4 copies I want to give away, and I tried to give one away on X, and nobody did it. So
really we should cut the Red Hot Chili Pepper song. Give it away now. Right when we announce it,
and then we get copyrighted. That's all right.
We can sing it a cappella style.
Don't you still get a copyright if you do that? I don't know how that works.
I don't know. There's channels that do it.
Yeah.
Let's pay some poor Taiwanese family.
I should totally pull up that Stranger Things song from earlier.
Please do it.
You were a Stranger Things fan, weren't you?
I was into it. I didn't even watch the new season though. I'm going to at some point, but like, I'm not that crazy about it. But I do think it's a great show.
Okay.
You'll be disappointed with season 5. Well, it was a TikTok. You played a TikTok last week.
I have a weird thing. Like when I really like a show, a lot of the time I don't even watch the end, just because part of loving the show is having that next fix of an episode or a season as an addict in recovery. And once it gets to the end, it's like, it's not even there. I don't even want to know. I don't even need to know what happens.
I mean, technically speaking, it's not really a spoiler. It's an open ending.
Yeah. Let's see if I can share this screen here and get the audio, because this was funny. I thought it was funny.
I saw that and just instantly thought of Bob.
Yeah. So he sent me this today, and I
This is our home.
Joyce! Joyce! Drive!
Oh, Hopper. I don't want to drive a Hopper.
Tear a hole in it, Hopper. Flip this upside down, Hopper.
Oh, flip this pussy upside down,
Joyce!
Hopper.
Drive! Joyce! Drive! Joyce! Drive!
Put that
Joyce! 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 Drive! Joyce! Drive!
Oh,
Joyce!
Hopper.
Oh, Hopper.
I got a one-way ticket out of Hawkins. Hopper, that's my Hopper.
Joyce, we really got to find Elle.
Oh, you mean Jane?
Watch it, Hopper. Oh, Drive! Joyce, I've got an offer.
What's your offer, Hopper?
It's me.
Hopper. Hopper? You're offering yourself?
I got an offer and don't make it awkward.
You have to stand up for what's right.
I listened to that probably 6 times.
Oh, it gets stuck in your head so easily.
That was enough for me.
But anyway, back to the show before I completely sidetrack us right here in the beginning. I saw Backrooms.
And how did you like it?
It's good. Not a movie I'd care to ever watch again.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not something I'd care to ever watch again.
Really? I mean,
it's less the Backrooms and more of like a man's descent into madness, if that makes sense.
That makes a little sense.
The Backrooms plays it's like the personification of his descent into madness. So
interesting.
As opposed to Iron Lung, which is watch a playthrough of the game and that's the movie.
Gotcha. Do you see anything, Jerry?
No, I haven't. I saw, what was it? Mandalorian and Grogu, and it was all right. That was it. Yeah. I got tickets for, what's it called? Odyssey and Supergirl.
Did you have any issues getting the tickets?
No, I posted about this and people freaked out. But I said I thought the Supergirl thing was a marketing tactic. I thought it was BS that the app crashed. And check this out. The app crashed when I use AMC. So I have AMC and I go on to get Supergirl and it's like it slows you down and there's a minute wait. Okay. Then when I got in, every ticket was available. And then someone was like, oh, you have to check major cities. So I checked New York City. Every ticket was available. Then the next day they dropped Odyssey. It was the same thing, but the wait to get into the app was a full hour. And I went on my iPhone and my iPad, and both of them made me wait a full hour to get in. So I think the Odyssey one was way more legit and real. The Supergirl one, I didn't think was real. And I'm saying it now because I want to be on record if it does happen. If it doesn't, I'll take my L. I'll say it was wrong, but I don't think Supergirl is going to perform well in box office.
Ooh, shots fired.
It's funny. I kind of today on X, I lost my shit about box office. Like, I am over it. Like, I am so over people talking about box office like they know what the hell they're talking about. And I'm not talking about you, Jerry, but there's so many people on there who are like, oh, they're saying Supergirl only needs to make $375 million to be successful. That's bullshit. How do you know? How do you know it's bullshit?
Yeah.
Like, you don't know. Yeah. You don't know what kind of tax incentives they had. You don't know this. You don't know that. And not only that, but a box office is not the only metric in determining the success of a movie these days. And people, and when I say people, I mean a certain fandom. Yeah. They lose their mind if you try and say, like, Superman was a success. And they're like, but he only made $615 million. Okay,
by the way, $615 million, that's a good number. Like, if a movie at $615 million isn't considered a success, Hollywood would be over. Like, do people understand that?
Yeah.
Those movies don't come anywhere near that.
It's like they act, and not only that, but every studio has different metrics that they measure the success of a movie by. Every studio has different metrics. It's just, and I lost my shit today because first off, going as far back as like 10 years ago, and you could probably attest to this, Colton, I've always hated talking box office. I hate it. I hate talking box office because I don't care what the box office is. If the movie performs well, it's entertaining and I enjoy it. That's what. Hey, I enjoyed it. Great. If we don't get another one because the box office was bad, well, oh well. But it's not just the box office that determines that, And it's just like people lately have been obsessing over the box office so much, and it's like, why don't you focus on, hey, let's see how this movie is and enjoy the movie instead of sitting there trying to get a gotcha moment. I'm not just talking about DC. I'm talking about even with Star Wars, it happened. People were losing their godforsaken mind because Star Wars, Mandalorian, and Grogu isn't going to make as much as Solo. Well, okay, first off, the movie was ass, so that's why. But who cares? What does the effect of that box office have to do with you at all? It doesn't.
Yeah.
Did you like the movie or not? Yes or no? Move on.
Yeah. I do think, though, I kind of like seeing Pedro Pascal take an L, I got to say.
Yeah, he's been up pretty often lately.
Yeah.
He needs a humbling experience.
Yeah.
Hunter Iggy says the UK Supergirl tax break was 60 to 65 million from 175 to 110 million. What he's basically saying is there's the reports are that Supergirl cost $175 million to make. If they got a tax break of 60 to 65 million, it takes down $110 million. But not even that, because everybody loves to use this, the production budget times 2. Or production budget and marketing times 1.5 or whatever it is. People utilize this math thinking that, oh, this is gospel. This is what it is. And it's not. It's not, because sometimes the marketing may cost them far less than what you're thinking. Sometimes they work out deals with theater chains and different things that, oh, it's in fewer theaters because they want to make more money on the back end, or it's in more theater. There's so much intricacies to it. People just don't know. And I haven't gone on a rant in a while, and that felt good.
I don't have a lighter. We got to turn off our lights.
The other thing
what
I was going to say is, this is a new universe, and it's trying to bring in fans so it stays in an upward motion. Granted, I don't think Supergirl is going to do more than Superman, but the point is people hop on the bandwagon and your fan base grows and grows and grows, and that's the point of it. DC is they're not expecting Supergirl to be a box office smash hit. However, I do think that regardless of a movie, whether a movie's profitable, because that's the other thing I hate what people do when they talk about box office. Like, oh, well, the movie's profitable, so you can't say anything. That's bullshit, because box office also is the number of people that bought tickets, and audience demand is a big deal. So whether a movie's profitable or not, if it had to get profitable at 315 mil, that still says something about low audience turnout.
Yeah. It just bothers me. I can't stand it. Anyways, I pulled this up because you were talking about ticket sales and how the issues were. I wanted to pull up my nearest theater, the theater closest to me, which is roughly 40 minutes away from me. And I wanted to see opening day, Thursday, June 25th. The earliest showing is 3 p.m. Let's see how many seats are available. And here's the thing. I'm not somebody who thinks that Supergirl's not going to do well in the box office. I think my prediction is still around 450. 450, I think, is a really solid number for this to see that hit. I could even see it going up to 550. So anywhere between there, I think, is solid. So I'm not somebody who's sitting there saying, oh, this movie's not going to be successful when it comes to the box office. But I don't care about the box office. I just care about if it's a good movie.
Right.
But yeah, guys, this is what you got right now.
And those tickets are 30% off.
Yeah, and it's 30%. Now it's also at 3:00 on a Thursday. So let's take a look at 9 p.m. on a Thursday. And people are out of work. Every seat's available.
Yeah.
Take the 2 handicap ones.
6 p.m. Okay, that's a little bit better, but that's how small the theater screens are for us. I think the biggest theater in that AMC is 119 seats. That's the biggest theater in that theater. So, I mean, that's day one. That's day one for Supergirl. Now, this is Morgantown, West Virginia. Is this theater. It is a college town, but again, we're in the summer, so a lot of the college kids aren't there now. Right. You see tickets go a lot faster during the school year because they're there. But let's take a look, if anything, for Friday. And I'm going to go like after work. We'll go digital. We'll say 7:10. All there. Now, we're still, 3 weeks, 21 days away? Yeah, so 3 weeks away. That'll change for sure, but that's not looking good, at least in my area. But then again, is this the kind of movie you buy tickets early for? This isn't a Spider-Man. This isn't your Avengers. This isn't a Nolan film. This isn't the type of movie that you necessarily get your tickets 3 weeks in advance for.
Yeah, you just show up and go, yeah, I want that seat.
Yeah, you either show up or it's the day, the day of, you go on AMC and like, all right, yeah, I'll get my tickets, so
yeah,
I don't know. I just think, anyway, okay, let's move on to our topics, because today we're going to talk about Marvel, DC, some gaming, a little bit of everything, even a little Star Wars we'll get into. This one, so I had no idea that they had this surprise that they were going to make, that Marvel was going to have this big surprise a few days ago. I only realized and noticed what was going on from people freaking out about it on social media. But apparently, on what day was this? Was this Wednesday? I think it was Wednesday of this week. Marvel fans disappointed as today's big Avengers Doomsday tease appears to be a pop-up coffee shop. So reported earlier, an address teased by the duo, which is Anthony and Joe Russo, the directors of the film, turned out to be little more than a reskinned cafe with Dr. Doom-related coffee varieties and coaster freebies. According to fans who turned up at 2 p.m. from Marvel's promised surprise, the directors turned up for a meet and greet with fans who left with signed bags of coffee beans. That's stupid, guys.
Oh, I would be insanely pissed off. The Russos were like, "Hey, we're going to be in the UK. Send us some stuff. We'll hand it out for free."
Like, why couldn't they have, I don't know, given out like a Dr. Doom mask or something, or done something cool, but have like a promotional image or something? Yeah. They could have done something, but they did nothing.
It would have been honest. It would have been honestly better if they didn't do anything.
So
yeah,
this is worse than the bare minimum.
I almost think they did it to flex. Look how disappointed people are that we didn't drop the trailer.
Yeah, but they were teasing things like this. There was a slogan: "Richards was wrong." It was seen in the shop, and secondly, there was a full reveal of the Latvian flag that had previously been teased on social media. Presumably, the Richards here is Reed, you would think, but what could he be wrong about? And what if it's Franklin Richards who is wrong instead? So they were teasing literally things like that, and they were just like, "Here's some coffee beans, guys. Enjoy."
So dumb.
Yeah,
but I would. There's a bunch of
there were people that took off work for this.
That's so pathetic. If I took off work for that, I would be mad at myself.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, but if you took off work for this, you're an idiot.
But
I'm not sorry. If you took off work for that, you're an idiot, and you should know you're an idiot.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm glad it happened in the UK and not here, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, but does it really?
Yeah, because we're number one, USA. Insert Freebird.
Hell yeah.
Oh boy, I don't know. Let us know your thoughts though about this in the comments section. I'd love to hear what you guys think and have to say about this, because this is I know, I've said this multiple times. This movie, while it's gonna be huge, it's gonna make all the money in the world. I just feel like the marketing thus far, which there hasn't been much, and let's face it, there's really not needed to be much marketing at this point, but everything they've done has been retarded. Full stop. Full stop. from Chair Watch to the little teases that they added every single weekend of December to this, like everything they do is just idiotic.
It
like,
feels very egotistical, and it feels very like, oh, come up with your theories. And I gotta say, I hate most people's theories. I think most people's theories are so dumb, and a lot of people's theories almost make me embarrassed to be an MCU fan.
Yeah.
You know, people have these theories where it's like, well, first this is going to happen, then this is going to happen, then this, then that. And it's like, you've predicted 6 crazy things in your one theory that if all those happen, you may as well play the lottery, because like your odds for all of that happening are so slim. But they never think that. They never think how slim the odds are of their disjointed theories coming through. Besides the fact they're the dumbest theories to begin with when you hear them at face value. But like, these people just don't understand what they're talking about. And that's why I hate fan theories for the most part. I hate fan theories and I hate fan casts.
See, I'm kind of on the opposite side of that, Jerry. I love that. That's my favorite part of being a fan in pop culture is theorizing, sitting down. And I always go back to CW Flash. I had a coworker when I worked at the casino that we would sit there for sometimes hours on end, and we would just theorize what's going on the Flash, like what could be happening, what could this be leading to, and everything like that. And like that to me is fun. Now you have to understand
some of it is fun, but like the disjointed one where you have like 6 or 7 things, it's just crazy.
But you also have to understand, like, look, I'm just having fun theorizing. Right. If it happens, awesome. If it doesn't, it's not going to piss me off.
Yeah.
You know, so some people get pissed off.
I think the connection here is just we're going to throw something out there for just interaction so we can make money on this. We don't care how bad it sounds, how disconnected from reality it is. We want interaction so we get paid.
Right.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, let us know your thoughts about this in the comments below. All right, look, we're going to get out of the Marvel Cinematic Universe now because this was stupid and we got really nothing else to talk about. Look, Spider-Man's coming out in a few weeks, like a month and a half, a little more than a month and a half. We're going to get another trailer and probably tickets will be on sale within the next few weeks. That can be exciting. Honestly, I bet you Spider-Man tickets go on sale. I bet you next week.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, either next week or the week after, but I'm betting it might be next week. So with that, we'll probably get a trailer. So keep an eye out for that, and we'll definitely discuss that on the next episode.
It's going to take 3 hours to get into the AMC app.
Anyways, so we're going to move on to DC. This week has been badass when it comes to DC, and I knew this was going to happen as soon as filming began for Man of Tomorrow and filming began for the Batman Part 2. I knew that things were going to, information and leaks and things are going to come out. And that's what this week was all about. It was great. I'm going to start with this here. Real Anarchy helped share this. This isn't from him. He did not take this. But people in the Atlanta area caught glimpses of David Cornsweet as Superman, Lex Luthor as well. And this here is just a little shot. It looks like, if you can see, I don't know, you can see he's kind of lifting something over his head as he's floating in the air. And it's not working on the screen here. That's interesting. Okay. Anyways. So that like they're filming outdoors in Atlanta right now, which is great to see. We see here's another shot, another angle, more clear image of him. Now this particular image sparks some controversy. Shocker. I know, DC and controversy. Who would have thought? But the controversy comes from the suit. He's wearing what appears to be the same exact suit from Superman. And people were upset. Some people were upset. Some people were ecstatic. But then people started to zoom in a little bit and started to realize maybe this isn't the same exact suit from Superman. So James Gunn was asked, and James Gunn said, it is not the exact suit from Superman. And that's pretty much all he said. There's probably going to be some alterations, maybe a better collar, maybe tighter shorts, maybe a different belt. They do this with all superhero films. One of the big reasons why is because of the actors. They want to make sure the actor is comfortable. The big thing that you can always go back to is thinking of Christian Bale as Batman. When he was Batman, he couldn't turn his head. So the next movie, they wanted to make it where he could turn his head. And that was more for Christian Bale than the movie aesthetic. So they do that kind of stuff. So maybe it was like
easier for him to pull out of the driveway.
Yeah. And maybe for Superman, they added a flap so he can go to the bathroom easier. Who knows?
I saw an up-close image. Do we have the up-close image?
I probably do.
Because there's one thing that I really loved about the update, and I think that was it. Scroll up. There it is. That's it. Look at his cape. And the way his cape hangs over his shoulders, it makes him look like royalty. My favorite style of Superman's capes is when it makes him look like royalty, and I feel like this one does it. And the collar is obviously closer to the New 52 collar, which a lot of people love, a lot of people hate. I happen to be a fan of it, but I think it's a controversial collar. I don't think it looks controversial here. I think the more split in the middle in the comic one, people don't like, but the split is far away where it doesn't look like it's, Dr. Evil's suit.
You got anything on this, Colton?
I mean, I'll spark a little bit of a conversation here. I understand in comics, superheroes get different costumes, outfits, whatever you want to call them. Why do we have to do that in movies? We don't know when this takes place. It could be like, 2 weeks later. Obviously, he's not going to get a new suit. I mean,
well, a lot of it is for selling toys. Because there's a new suit, they get to sell a new toy.
You can thank the 90s Batman for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, we don't really need a new suit every time.
No,
unless you need, let's say he gets destroyed for whatever reason, then obviously there's a reason to get a new one.
And I brought this up on Slav's Free Talk this week because I talked about this. James Gunn is good at not doing drastic changes just for the sake of changes when it comes to the superhero suits. You take a look at the Guardians of the Galaxy films, their suits for the most part are, basically like what clothes they wear. They're pretty much the same when they're being heroic in those films. Now, the third one had the biggest change, but from 1 to 2 to even 3, things weren't too different. So, James Gunn isn't one to just make changes because you see Marvel every single movie, it's a different suit for every hero, and it's like, what's the deal? Now personally, I wouldn't mind if Superman had 2 variations in his closet, so he has this variation and he has another one, and even to make a throwaway line, my other one's in the wash or something, that would be funny. That's on brand for James Gunn even, but regardless, if they don't do that, whatever, it doesn't matter. I've always liked this suit. I've liked this suit from the time we saw it. I know some people hate it, and it's stupid that they hate it because it is Superman. It says Superman. So I don't know. People are just.
I like it. I think it looks great. I like the first one, but I definitely think this one's a slight improvement.
Yeah,
it looks good. I know you got to sell toys and stuff, but I just don't understand why everybody expects a new suit every film. Like Iron Man. Iron Man made sense. He had different iterations of his, Iron Man suit. Spider-Man, he had, the Iron Spider. But Superman, it doesn't really. He's not fighting anything that requires him to have a different suit.
Yeah, you're not. Take a look at what Henry Cavill's suit was. Essentially, it was the same suit every movie.
Yeah,
but just slightly different. There were slight variations done to it. So if you're just a normal casual viewer, you probably won't even notice that it's a different suit from Man of Steel to Justice League.
Yeah.
But
one was black and one was blue and red. Duh.
I'm saying 2017 Justice League. But there were, if you pay close enough attention, you'll see the midsection area went from a circle to a square, and there were more designs on the logo in one and the other. It's just things like that. But the general audience doesn't really care. They don't. As long as it looks like the character, the hero, they're happy. And that's the one thing I tried to tell everybody leading up to Superman last year is marketing is always important. with films and things like that. But when you have somebody that's marketable on his own, like Superman, people want to see Superman, plain and simple. So if you make him look like Superman and he acts like Superman, guess what? People are going to know it's Superman and be happy to go watch Superman. It's that simple. But Lex Luthor, on the other hand, it's not just him being a bald guy. No, in the comics, he's had a suit of his own. And right here, we see it. The war suit that will be a Man of Tomorrow with Lex Luthor inside of it. I think this looks great, guys. I do. I know people are making, like, even Halo chimed in, was like, hey, it's Master Chief.
I was just going to say, it looks like Master Chief.
It definitely does look like Master Chief, but I also think the Master Chief suit looks sick, and I think this one looks sick, okay? And, by the way, I think Lex Luthor, I like Lex Luthor as a character more than I ever liked Superman. So, I'm rooting for Lex Luthor.
I mean, I know this movie it just started filming, or it's in the middle of filming. I know that's a rough one, but I hope they touch it up because that looks really CGI.
This is not CGI at all.
That's practical.
That is 100% practical. Yeah, they made this suit practical. And what's even crazier is, let's see if I have it here. Right, what is one of these? So there he is. Is this the one where he's walking around? No, there's a video of him walking around, and it.
I mean, it looks good. I do like it.
But maybe it's this one. No, this is.
By the way, it also looks like they might be on another planet.
Here?
Atlanta.
No, the in the sand.
This here.
Oh,
Yeah. That could be a different planet. I mean,
unless that's the sunset, but other planets have suns.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe they go to Sanctuary. I don't know. Like,
he's fighting Sarah in Mordor.
Oh wait, here, it's right here. There it is. Like,
he kind of looks like Buzz Lightyear there.
Yes.
A lot of people said that.
A lot of people have said that, but it's okay. Like, why? Like, that's not a problem. Like, people are sitting there acting like, oh, it looks like Buzz Lightyear. It looks like the Mjolnir armor from Halo. So what? It still looks good. It still looks cool. And
people are so desperate to, like, say, oh, because it looks like this, that's a bad thing. Nobody ever said Buzz Lightyear looked bad. Nobody ever said Master Chief looked bad. And, like, if you also, for the Snyder cult, to say that this looks bad when you were totally okay with the super bulk, Batman suit, BVS suit. So, like, it's just such bullshit. They're just so full of shit.
Yeah, not wrong.
Or the 4-hour unfinished cut of Justice League. You want to play about that and you watched a movie that wasn't finished.
We also got a final trailer of Supergirl this week, and it looks great. This trailer was the trailer for Supergirl. Now, I understand why they do things that they do when it comes to trailers. Like, the first trailer is like, here's a little tease. This is kind of what it looks like. The second trailer will typically give you a little story beat, like, hey, this is what the story is going to be. And then the third, sometimes final trailer will be like, hey, here's everything that's going to be in a movie, essentially. But this trailer, I've read the book that this is, the storyline that this is based off of, Woman of Tomorrow. And it doesn't give anything away. Now, granted, they may have taken some liberties and changed the story, but this trailer doesn't seem to give anything away. Like, this is if not the first trailer, this should have been the second trailer, because I think it will get people more excited and more hyped. But it is excellent. And they do showcase Superman Clark in this a bit more. We've then seen not a TV spot, but a clip was released today of this whole scene right here, essentially, of him getting Kara out of the pod on Earth, and he's talking to her and explaining things. And it's just good, wholehearted, and fun. I really liked it. Did either of you get a chance to see the trailer for this?
No,
I did.
You did.
I saw it released. I didn't watch it. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Like, yeah, I just think it's this. If you've been on the fence about seeing the movie, this is the trailer that would absolutely sell. And come on, that right there, that alone, that shot of Crypto alone sells the movie for me. But that's just me.
Any movie with a dog got me. I'm good.
And you got Jason Momoa as Lobo. Yeah, so I mean, it's looking great. Like I think, I know earlier we were talking about the success of Supergirl, what we think it's going to do. I think this is going to do better than the Marvels. I think it's going to do better than Wonder Woman 84. I think it's going to do better than what was the other one? What was the other one? It's right there. Black Widow. There we go. You know, like I think it's going to do better than those in reception, not necessarily box office, but as being received and being better. So I'm looking forward to it. And Craig Gillespie, the director of this, is a damn good director. He really is. If you don't know, he directed the Cruella movie with Emma Stone, I, Tonya. He also directed a bunch of episodes of My Friends and Neighbors, or whatever that John Hamm show is on Apple TV.
Oh, I love that show.
Yeah,
that's like one of my favorite shows. I watched the finale last night.
Okay. I think I'm like 3 or 4 episodes behind, so I'll get caught up. But
I think
that first season, he directed a bunch of those episodes. So he's a great director. I have no fear in what he's going to do here. But guys, let us know your thoughts about all the DC news going on, whether it's the leaked behind the scenes footage that we're seeing of Man of Tomorrow, to what is going on with Supergirl in this this trailer here. Let us know. Oh, look, there's Superman beating the crap out of Lex Luthor. Yeah, let us know. Let us know your thoughts down below.
You think he gave him the mandible claw?
Maybe.
Mr. Sacco made an appearance.
All right. Now, before we get into gaming, because that's our next thing up that we're going to talk about, I want to talk about DC still a little bit. But I want to ask you guys a question. I want this to be kind of our main topic today. I want you guys to explain to me, and I'm going to start with Jerry. What the hell is going on with the DC fandom? Why are they acting the way they are? And I'm not talking just Snyder. I'm talking, the fans of James Gunn, the fans of the DCEU, the fans of the DCU, the fans of Zack Snyder. Like, what is going on? What is your assessment on this?
It's so weird because, first of all, we all know the Snyder cult has never been fair about anything when it comes to the DCU. They wanted the thing to fail. They still want the thing to fail. But I will say, I do think there was a turning point for them, unfortunately. I think when the Lantern stuff started coming out, they started convincing a lot of people that they were right. It felt like a lot of people started taking them more seriously and started becoming more critical of the DCU. And I was like, well, that sucks. It's really unfair. But listen, and people are going to get mad at, no matter what we say about the DC fandom, people are going to get mad. But I said to you, Slav, a while ago that the DCU is starting to get chills, and there are people that are starting to get a little crazy. And this was months ago. And then I posted a couple weeks ago, I think, I don't even remember what I said, but I said something about lanterns. Oh, I think I said, I said that, I think the show is going to be great. I'm really excited for it. I just have an issue with them sidelining Hal, if that's what they're going to do, because Hal Jordan is my favorite character, and someone who, should I just fucking name him?
Do it.
Donovan Martin. Donovan Martin came at me over it. You are a shill, because even if they do sideline Hal, you're going to defend it anyway. So don't tell me that, you don't think it's happening, because if they do it, you're going to defend it anyway, okay? Donovan, you would defend if James Gunn were directing James Bond and he cast Lizzo to play James Bond, you would defend it. I don't want to hear what the fuck you think, or your stupid essays on, Matt Jarbo criticized the DCU, and this is why he's wrong. I do not give a shit, bro. You are giving the Snyder cult, who you hate, more ammo because you and people like you. You know, I said stuff about how I don't think the Supergirl movie looks that good. And then I said, oh, I think this was a marketing tactic. People were freaking out, like losing their cool, throwing temper tantrums. And it was just like, enough, man. You know, it's just so ridiculous. Like, you can't say anything bad about the DCU without a certain people starting to freak out on you and like, oh, well, you're wrong. And this is why you're wrong. Well, what if the movie does flop? None of you are going to admit it. So it doesn't matter anyway. You're not even having an honest conversation now, and you're not going to have an honest conversation then. So it's really insane, and it's unfair. Like, it sucks for DC. Like, it really must suck to be someone like James Gunn, even though he has one of the most coveted jobs in Hollywood. He deals with the worst fandoms, the worst people on the internet when it comes to movies, and you can't say anything positive about the DCU. You can't say anything negative about the DCU. It's like, no matter what you say about DC, people are going to freak out. People are going to freak out. They're not going to be fair about it. They're not going to be honest. And it's actually pathetic. Like, it shouldn't be crazy to expect honest analysis. We all have biases. Another thing Donovan said was, well, and I said, you'll never criticize the DC. I said, say one critique of the DCU and I'll have an honest conversation with you. And he wouldn't do it. He's like, well, I can't criticize something I love. I love James Bond. I love Marvel. I criticize them all day, okay? So, like, it doesn't even make sense. You're going to tell me that there's not anything the DCU that's done that you've been like, yeah, I wish they didn't do that. Like, I still like the movie, but I didn't like that decision. You're going to tell me that didn't happen to you one time? That's crazy. It's dishonest. Nobody believes you. You are full of shit, and it's just pathetic.
Boy. If he sees this, he's coming after you, man.
I hope, you know what, Donovan? If you want anything to say, come on the show and let's talk it out. Let's debate it. I would love to debate it with you. I really would. I really would love to debate this with you live, and let's put it up for everyone to see.
Yeah, fuck you.
All right, Cole.
That would be cool. I mean, I think you're going to run into this with anything. Let's say Marvel decided to stop what they're doing. It's already a divided fandom. You have one side that's never going to be happy because it's not Zack Snyder. And even though the vision was seen, it ran its course, it died. It's dead in the water. Nothing you could do. Bitching about now is not going to fix then. It's not going to do anything. But people on the internet are cunts. That's what it is. I mean, it's true. They are. They're cunts. They're going to bitch if they're happy. They're going to bitch if they're not happy. They're just going to be a cunt about it. That's just calling a spade a spade. So I think that's just where it's at. We're all just a bunch of disgruntled assholes that don't like anything.
Yeah, no, I mean, you're not wrong. And I'm going to kind of piggyback a little bit off of what Jerry's saying. So, talking about
Donovan, that's all we got to piggyback off of.
I'm not piggybacking on his comments about. So you have the Snyder diehards, the Snyder bros, the Snyder cult, whatever you want to call them, who literally, they cannot say a nice thing at all about James Gunn or the DCU. But then on the flip side, you have some of those shills for the DCU and James Gunn who refuse to talk anything bad about DC right now and refuse to say anything nice about Zack Snyder. And it's really annoying. It really, truly is, because I'm in the middle. I've been in the middle forever. And sure, I will point out what I don't like about Zack Snyder, but I'll also point out things that I don't like about James Gunn and what I didn't like about Superman and things like that. But there is a major difference between the two fandoms. And I want to point this out because, for instance, last year's Superman, I went to theater. I saw it. My out-of-theater reaction was like, ooh, that wasn't what I was expecting. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't what I
remember
wanted.
that.
Nobody attacked me. Nobody on that side attacked me. Nobody who's a DC fan attacked me. And what I did, I went and saw it again, and I was like, okay, I think I'm enjoying it more now. I've watched it a few times. I do enjoy it more than I did the first time, but I had issues with it. There were issues with the movie, and I was willing to talk about it. On the flip side, if I say anything negative about the DCEU, specifically the Snyder verse of things, I get blasted with people. You're wrong. You're an idiot. You're a shill for James Gunn. You're a DCU lover and everything like that. And it's like, no, my favorite Superman and superhero movie is Man of Steel. I supported, the Snyder cut. I supported all this. I'm allowed to have a differing opinion than you. I'm allowed to sit there and say, hey, I like what Zack Snyder does, but XYZ was not for me, and this is why. It's like social media has turned into this. You have to be in one thing or the other. You have to be in one section or the other. And if you're not, then both sides are going to hate you, essentially. But when you pick one, you have to be all in. So if you pick, I'm a Snyder fan, you're a Snyder fan for life. You're never going to be anything else. That's it. If you pick, I'm a DCU fan. That's it. You hate Zack Snyder. You think Zack Snyder should be banned from Hollywood, and we all hate you now because of that. It's like, no, that's not how life works. It's not how it works. And social media has really just kind of fucked everything up because, honestly, think about YouTube, okay? And look at people like Aaron Fisher. From my review, Aaron Fisher, he literally gets clicks because he talks bad about James Gunn. He is a self-proclaimed Snyder fan. He loves the Snyderverse. He loves all of that kind of stuff. But he only gets clicks because he promotes hate for DCU on his channel. You take a look at somebody like me. I don't necessarily fully hate anything. Like, I'll talk about Snyder and I'll talk about the Snyderverse and why there's issues and why I didn't like certain things and why it wasn't successful. Okay. But then on the flip side, I'll talk about DC and how excited I am for the future of DC, and also some of the things that I don't like that James Gunn has done. Like, I don't like that he didn't just start from scratch. Like, I hated that he brought the Peacemaker crew in. Granted, I love Peacemaker. I love the show, but I could have lived without it if he just scrapped it and started new. The problem is, I don't get the same kind of traction and views and excitement around my content because I'm not all in on one thing.
Nuance is not something that is favored online. People don't like it. They're very simple-minded, and it's one thing or the other, and it's just unfortunately the way it is. Like, I had people that followed me because I said bad things about Zack Snyder, and some of them probably unfollowed me this week because, I said I don't think Supergirl is going to be a box office hit. I don't think Supergirl really crashed the AMC app. People did not like that. They were pissed. It's like, and I said to one girl, I was like, why are you taking this personally? Like, why are you acting like you are the Supergirl movie incarnated? I didn't say something about you. I said something about a movie that you're just hoping to be a fan of. You haven't even seen the movie yet. It's crazy.
Yep. Yeah. It's wild. Like, I don't know. Like, the fandom is what keeps fans excited when there's no movies and there's nothing out. Like, that's what it's supposed to do. Like, being part of a fandom is about celebrating in the joy and excitement around what you're a fan of. But the DC fandom, there's none of that. There's almost none of it because it doesn't matter. If you find somebody who's a fan of James Gunn, most likely they're going to shit on Zack Snyder and the Snyderverse and things like that. First off, you can shit on the people like Aaron Fisher because I think they're ridiculous. I don't think they should be profiting off of the negativity that they spew.
Yeah.
So yeah, shit on them. Shit on them. I don't care. But those Magnuses and those 4KOs and those whatever they are, shit on them, sure. But honestly, the brand as a whole, there's no reason to shit on the brand. And that's, to me, that's a problem because you take a look at where DC is right now with the DCU, just a few projects in, they should be pulling in new fans. But if you pull in a new fan and they start to explore the fandom, they could quickly just get turned off and say, fuck this, you know? And that just bothers me. It happened with Star Wars, and you can't sit there and say this isn't something that happens. It happened 10 years ago, and for years it happened with Star Wars, and look where they're at today. It's happening with DC now, and I think even worse than it happened with Star Wars. And I hate it. I absolutely.
You know, Marvel never dealt with something like that. I think Marvel's biggest divisionary moment was
creating a shitty movie like Civil War.
No, when people started saying MCU, people got pissed.
Oh yeah,
you know?
yeah. But here's the thing: Marvel corrected quickly.
I was going to say, yeah, like very quickly.
But yeah, let us know, everyone in the comments, like, what do you think about the DC fandom, the state of it right now? Do you think it's salvageable? Do you think that we'll come together as a fandom at some point down the line? Let me know your thoughts in the comment. Hunter Iggy did say, if I was James Gunn, when I step down from CEO, I would choose Matt Reeves because Matt Reeves' favorite Batman.
I like Matt Reeves' take on Batman, but Matt Reeves is one of the worst, with all due respect, Hunter. Matt Reeves is one of the worst choices to do the DCU because he is not about the comics. Like, he wouldn't even call Penguin Oswald Cobblepot. So imagine the kind of things he would do if he was in James Gunn's position. And I'm not saying he's not a talented director. I'm just saying he's not the kind of guy. He's not the right guy to lead a comic book based cinematic universe.
Makes sense. Makes sense. So yeah, let us know in the comments what you think about all of this. Let's see. I want to do a quick little ad for something. Let's for my book, guys. It's my book I'm doing an ad for. It's called The Snyder Effect: Modern Myth Making in the Age of Fans, Scoops, and Chaos. Look, I know people think they know the whole story of what happened with the DCEU.
Before you get into your ad, your zip code and Towner on the screen.
Whatever.
Okay. Just before you get into it.
Oh, right there. Whatever. I don't care. There we go.
It's okay. Just draw attention to it. It's fine.
Yeah, just keep drawing attention to it. That's all. Yeah. No, I don't care. Well, what are they going to do? Find me? They're not going to find me. Maybe they do.
I mean, I just told 2 people to fuck off. So
I have a thing that if you come into my house, you will not be a living being anymore. So just keep that in
mind. He has toilet paper.
Yes, toilet paper. Anyways, so the Snyder Effect, this book, I wrote this book because so many people think they know exactly what happened with the DCEU. However, what people don't fail to realize is there was so much going on that what you heard or saw on the internet from different YouTubers and podcasters and things like that wasn't necessarily 100% accurate. So what I did was I did years. I'm serious, years of research. Like, I researched this for years to make this book. And is it 100% accurate? I can't sit here and say for certain that it's 100% accurate. And I may have missed some things. There may be some things that I left out. There are some things that I know I purposely left out because I couldn't corroborate it 100%. However, I believe that this is a must-read book for anybody who is a fan of DC, specifically the DCEU and Zack Snyder. And the crazy thing about this is people look at the title of this book and they say, The Snyder Effect. Oh, you're just trying to bash on Zack Snyder. This man right below me, or 2 people below me, I should say, Jerry, do I bash Zack Snyder in this book ever?
No, it's really just a retelling of the story. And believe me, you don't know everything because I thought I did. I read this book and now I really feel like I know everything. I learned a lot that I didn't know before.
A lot of people don't even know that the idea for the DCEU started even before The Dark Knight came out. Like that's the crazy thing is all of this stuff was being built back in like 2009, 2010, 2011. All that stuff was going on to be built. And once it started moving, then we had all those issues and all the things that happened. And we know a lot of it, but we don't know everything. And that's what the point of this book is, because I want it to be a book where you read it. So that way, if you are talking to somebody online who doesn't know something or saying something that's inaccurate, you can say, hey, no, this is the accurate stuff. This is right here. So check it out. It's on Amazon. You can pick it up there. You can get it $9.99 for the digital, $15 paperback, $19 for hardcover. I am going to plan on giving a copy away, at least one copy away on this podcast here in the coming weeks. Once I figure out how to do that, I will let you all know. But yeah, there it is.
You should stay true to comics and make 17 alternate covers.
I should.
And charge $1 more for each cover.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's funny. Sean O'Rourke, who's another YouTuber and things like that, I passed it along to him to be a reviewer. He reviewed it for me. He read it and reviewed it. And he keeps saying, I can't wait for the follow-up called The Gun Effect. So
I mean, it's not a bad series.
I do want to say I have outlined a good portion of the follow-up to this book. But I don't think there's enough yet to fill out a decent book. So I'm waiting a little longer for sure, but I started the outlining. I am actually writing a couple other books, fiction books now. So I kind of got the writing bug in me. So I'm writing quite a few things. And there's one book I really, really want to get out soon just because of what's going on in the real world right now. And I think it's relevant. So I really got to sit down and focus on that. But anyways, enough about me. Let's talk video games here.
I just DM'd you an announcement that I missed from a couple hours ago that I think you guys might want to have us cover.
Where'd you put it?
In your Twitter DM.
Twitter.
I could text it to you if that's easier.
No, I got Twitter right here.
Okay.
It's okay. I'll fill the void here.
Oh yeah, I saw this. Yeah. I will pull that up in a second. But okay. So this popped up today. We have some new images for Halo Campaign Evolved. Not only that, but they also have announced that there's going to be a couple bundles where you get skins for a campaign-only game. I think it's stupid. But these are images, obviously using Unreal Engine. I believe it's Unreal Engine 5 they're using. And yeah, look, here's the thing. Colton, there's brutes.
Yeah, they weren't in the first one.
No, they weren't. For those of you who don't know, they are actually adding a handful of missions to the beginning of the game that take place before the events of the game. This obviously will have brutes in it. There will also be, where is it at? Oh, there's Sergeant Johnson. Oh,
I don't want to cut you off, Bob, but they did make a couple missions that were a prequel to the first one. It's called Halo Reach.
Touché. But there's also going to be space battles in this, which is wild.
Hopefully you can jump out of the back of the ship and just like land on something.
That'd be cool. That'd
be dope.
But yeah, there's still no official release date. I'm seeing that the rumor is, and the speculation is, it's going to be the end of July. So I'm all
for coming out this year.
Yeah, it's this year, 100% this year.
Thank God, bro. I didn't even realize that. I think I remember them saying it last year, but I forgot. I can't wait. I love Halo. I played this game when I was a kid. I remember getting the Xbox when it came out. And like my friend at school was like, "Oh, you got to get Halo," and I didn't really know what Halo was, and I was glad I got fucking Halo.
So I had a buddy who his dad bought an Xbox and had Halo, and I went over his house and just to hang out with him. And he goes, "Oh man, have you seen the new Xbox?" I'm like, "No, I'm thinking about getting the Xbox over the PlayStation 2." So yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it. He's like, "My dad's got one. You want to see it?" I was like, "Yeah, hell yeah, let's go." So we go upstairs and he turns on Halo. And he's like, "Look at the blades of grass. Look at it is so amazing." You know, like everything he was pointing out at all this stuff. I'm like, I'm sold. Like Halo sold it for me. I went on a date with this girl and we were on the date. We went to go see a movie, and we were waiting for my mom to pick us up. And we walked over to Walmart. And while we're in Walmart, I saw an Xbox and I put it on layaway. In the middle of my date, I put Xbox and Halo on layaway.
Sealed the deal.
That's
First
great.
marriage right there.
But, yeah, it was all because of Halo. And Halo, I mean, it blew up. And, you know, like I'm sitting here seeing images. First off, we never had a profit in the first Halo game either. That was something that came in the second one. So, and look at the armor. The armor is different. Like, here's the more typical armor that we saw in the grunts in the first game. But then there's this. Like, that's bizarre. We never saw an elite look like that in the first game. So, I'm looking forward to this. I love Halo, and I hope they do it well, because I would love them to do the same thing with Halo 2 and Halo 3. I'm not so much Halo 4 and 5. I don't care. But even Halo Reach would be cool for them to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right, I'll soft throw this. You guys got Xboxes? I know this hooks up. I know this hooks up to Twitch.
I do.
Do we have the Master Chief collection?
Yeah.
Are we ready to do a legendary run?
I haven't done a legendary run in forever. So I played Halo Infinite. What was that? 3-4 years ago it came out.
Yeah.
I never played it on legendary. I played it heroic, but I never played on.
I forget what I played it, but yeah, I got Xbox because of that game. Like, I'm a bigger PlayStation guy, but I'm also a big Halo guy. So Halo Infinite. Halo Infinite was good. It wasn't as good as Halo or Halo 2 or 3, but it was still a good game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think Campaign Evolved is also going to be on PlayStation. It'll be the first Halo game on PlayStation.
Oh, right. They said that.
Yeah. So.
All right, so here we are, legendary run. Let's see how long. Let's wait that whole year it's going to take us to do
it. or we just
play till 5 a.m. I'll tell you that.
We'll just do an episode where we just play Halo and bullshit and see if people like what we do. And
watch me absolutely blow goats.
All right, Colton, you're up, buddy, because it's all on gaming now. So
yay, it's me.
We got this here. Star Wars Galactic Racer. Now, this was announced a while ago. We knew it was coming, but we got some.
You knew it was coming. I just happened to open up Xbox and saw it in the store for pre-order. I'm not even lying.
That's loud.
Do you like Gran Turismo or Forza? Do you like Star Wars? This is the game.
I'm not a big racing guy.
Here's the thing. I'm old enough to remember Star Wars Racer. Okay.
Pod Racer?
Yes, Pod Racer.
Yeah, me too. I remember that.
That game was the best. It was the best racing game on the N64. Like, there was nothing better than that on the N64. This, I'm hoping, kind of feels like that. Like, that's what I wanted to do. Is I wanted to feel like, look, you got pod racers there. Like,
it does look good.
Yeah, it looks really pretty and it looks good. But see, I'm not a big fan of racers either, so I don't know. I mean, I'll buy it, but I don't know how deep.
I'm just worried that they've put too much into it. What was that game that came out a few years ago? It was more than a few years ago. Where it was just you were just a pilot. You could either be an X-Wing.
No,
I think it was Fighter. I think
was it Fighter? Like I was like, the concept and the idea of that game, fantastic. I think it was going to be awesome. And then I played it and I was like, this is ass. This is complete ass. They did too much. They made it too difficult. They were like, we got to make the controls as difficult as possible. And it's like
Squadrons. That's what it was called. Yeah. Yeah, it was very difficult to maneuver those ships.
It's just like, just make it something simple. Anyways, what did you want to say about this, Colton?
I mean,
as I walk away for a minute.
Okay. Bye, Bob. I mean, I think it looks good. I mean, maybe it'll finally get me into racing games, maybe just because it's a Star Wars game. I also think it's weird that it has a campaign. I don't think it. To me, I don't play racers, so a campaign in a racing game just doesn't make sense to me at all.
I agree, but at the same time, I feel like if they don't put in a campaign, they become the butt of the joke, the way Call of Duty had for a bit.
Yeah, well, yeah, with the whole Black Ops 7 AI thing that they did. But I mean, I guess with it being Star Wars, if you're gonna have not TIE fighters, pod racers and stuff like that, it would make sense to have, like they said, rivalries and grudges and stuff. Because obviously, if you're gonna start, I'm assuming, I'm just shots in the dark. You're gonna start out as like a poor pod racer, like Anakin, the kid trying to get out of being a slave or something, and you're just gonna build your way up to, driving the Lamborghini of the Star Wars universe. So I mean, you would make friends. You would have people that hate you. Maybe we'll see Sebulba. That'd be cool. But I mean, it looks good. Again, I'm not a real racer person. Not that I would. I mean, I'll check it out. Why not? Hi, Bob. Welcome back. Would you play this game? Can we do this?
I'd play this game.
It supports up to 12 people.
I'd play it.
I'd try it.
Yeah.
Pod racers look fun.
Yeah, I feel like that's as far into the game as I'm going to make it. Like, once you upgrade from pod racer to whatever, I'm going to be like, nah, I'm good. I like pod racing.
Oh, yeah.
It launches on October 6th, PS5, Xbox XS, and PC. So,
yeah, have fun.
All right. What other gaming stuff did we have here that I did not pull up yet?
The Sony DMR thing. DRM, sorry. DRM.
What about 007?
Well, we can talk about that too.
Yeah, we can talk. This was an interesting thing that I do want to talk about this because this is really interesting and ridiculous. So Sony rolled out a 30-day online DRM check. What this essentially means is, hey, you buy a digital game, you have to log online essentially to get a license update for it once a month. That's essentially what it means. Do you remember back in 2012, 2013? When was that? Was the Xbox One announced?
It's 2013 because it came out the year I graduated high school.
So 2013, they announced the Xbox One, and basically this along with it, where you had to always be online with your Xbox One for your games to work. People were pissed. People complained. And Xbox was like, okay, you're right. We fucked up. We're not going to do that. Sony in 2026 is like, hey, you know what's a really good idea? Doing this thing that nobody likes.
Yeah. Which, I mean, I shared this because this also could have ramifications for if you buy literally anything digital, where you have to log in at some point in time to keep it, which is ridiculous.
That's why.
Yeah, but on the flip side, like, who doesn't have internet? Seriously.
Here's the thing, though, because you're right. Who doesn't have internet? Everybody essentially has internet. Most people have internet. But let's just say, for the sake of saying, okay, for instance, I play my Xbox maybe once every 2 months, 3 months, something like that. Okay.
Me too, by the way. I happen to be playing it now because of First Light, but I don't always turn it on either. My PlayStation.
But let's just say, for some odd reason, I'm at home and there's an internet outage in my area, and I want to jump on and play a game that I bought digitally. I downloaded. It's on my Xbox. I should be able to turn it on and play it. But my internet's down, and this is this isn't something that's going to always happen. I'm sure it may happen 1 out of every 4 billion times somebody turns on an Xbox or PlayStation. But the fact that I could turn it on and my game doesn't work because, I haven't been online in more than 30 days to verify this, that's kind of ass.
Yeah. And you're sitting home because there's a storm and you can't go anywhere and you want to play your video games and,
Exactly.
Yeah. Sony is a little more arrogant than Microsoft, by the way. Sony, I guarantee you they don't reverse course. Sony doesn't give a fuck.
They won't reverse course.
But see, Xbox has the same problem. When I was out for my gallbladder surgery, for some god unknown reason, Xfinity decided we're going to spend the first week and a half of the 2 weeks you're off just working on it. Your internet's going to be down for like 90% of the day. Now, I was playing games like GTA 4. You don't need internet for it. Power Wash Simulator 2. You don't need internet for it. Sorry, we can't load this game. You're not connected to the internet. why? I bought the game. There's no online services. There's nothing. I could see if it was something like Call of Duty or something.
And here's the thing. This isn't just with digital games. Like if you go and buy a physical game nowadays.
Same shit. It's the same shit.
Same thing. It's the same thing.
It's because to me, I like this. That's why I follow the it's Preserve All Games or something along those lines, where they're fighting in California currently. They passed the House.
Yeah, you're
where
right.
They're making them like you have to keep this game online in some capacity. The game's dead, servers are dead. You still have to make the game playable, or you refund people. Either or.
It's absurd. It's crazy what they're doing with things, and this is why I talked about this on Bite into Apple. I got myself a home server. I have a NAS, and currently over the last couple of weeks, I've been taking my physical media and saving it and backing it up on this. One, I have the physical disc, but I can then put them away. I don't need to have them sitting in a drawer somewhere. I can put them in a box, put them away, and I can access my library. It's basically a Plex server. It's called Jellyfin is the one I use. So I can use Jellyfin anywhere essentially in the world. Like I can just log in and watch my physical movies anywhere I want. And I'm trying to do that with as much of the stuff that I own. And I'm going to get back to buying physical because of stupid crap like this. Like I love, Jerry and I've talked about this. I love buying digital copies of comics because it's so simple. And my closest comic shop is 40 minutes away. So I buy digital copies. What if they start doing stupid stuff like this for comic books and books and things like that's just dumb. It's idiotic.
Yeah, it's just pushing people to pirate. That's all it's doing.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I mean, or just I just won't play PlayStation nearly as often as I do. Well, not that I play it all that often now, but I just won't play it that often.
I don't think it's going to affect sales in a meaningful way. I mean, there are probably a couple, like a very small number of people that don't have regular internet access in this country, and PlayStation obviously just doesn't care about them. They're like, you want to buy an Xbox? Fuck you. Like they do not care.
Yeah.
Which could help out Microsoft now that they're trying to rebrand all of Xbox completely.
It's funny because people were like crapping on the new Xbox CEO, but seems like she's doing a good job so far.
Yeah, she's been doing really good so far. Now, granted, this has all been everything that she's done. Asha Sharma is her name. Everything that she's done has been very, for lack of a better term, aesthetic like.
Sorry, I laugh at the CCO's last name.
Booty.
That's a very unfortunate family name.
Matt Booty. But it has been more of a perception type of thing that she's been changing. She's changing the perception of what Xbox is. And again, I love it. I love that they went back to the green logo. I love all the little things, talking about getting back to exclusives, you're focusing on Xbox first. They're going to be a console, company still. Whereas Phil Spencer, you could tell he was getting away from the idea of having consoles. He was moving to like, hey, we're going to just have a Game Pass, essentially.
She canceled that campaign, too. This is an Xbox. Like, that shit was dumb.
Yeah.
I remember my brother-in-law was like, I want to get a gaming console. I don't want to spend a lot of money. What should I do? And I sent him, like, this is an Xbox thing. He was like, what the fuck is this? He didn't want to do it. He was like, I'd rather buy a console. Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm all for it. I think that she's been doing good in that regard. But I want to see it executed. So for me, what she's done to this point has been great. But we have the next Xbox that's going to come out. Rumor has it might be next year or the year later. The problem is with the amount of money that hardware costs right now, if they release a new console next year, that thing's going to be $1,000. Like consoles are going to be outrageously priced.
Yeah.
But I want to see what they do. I want to see what is this next console? How are they going to handle exclusives? Are we finally going to get back to truly having exclusives on Xbox? We haven't had, with the exception of Halo and Forza, what is the other exclusives that is on Xbox? There's like nothing like that I can think of offhand.
Gears of War was.
I'm saying AAA, like big, Gears of War, but like AAA, big games.
That's why I don't understand. Like, if you, other than if you're buying like a Series S, and if you're buying a console today, like you're out of your mind if you don't buy a PlayStation.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, outside of the price point for them.
Yeah, PlayStation's crazily priced.
Other than that, like, but if you're willing to spend the money and you're picking between PlayStation and Xbox, like, you're getting a PlayStation.
It's really funny that we bring this up because I'm going to say something. I was listening to a Bridging the Geekdoms episode from 8 years ago today on my way home from work.
Ooh, nerd. Super fan alert. Damn.
And I was complaining about how gaming 8 years ago was falling into this habit of being more cinematics than actual gaming. The thing is Microsoft never really jumped on that train. Sony is so on that train, whether it's God of War, Last of Us, whatever it is, Uncharted. They're more about the cinematic experience than the gaming experience. And that is why I have no intentions of ever buying a PlayStation, because I know I'm not going to get a good gaming experience. I'll get a good story, but I'm not going to get a good gaming experience.
Oh, I disagree with that. The Last of Us and all these games are great gaming experiences.
They're stories. The
gameplay is still dope.
It is not. The gameplay of Last of Us is ass.
Mom and dad are fighting. Please get me out of the middle.
Crazy, bro. the guns and the melee and the zombies and all that shit. That shit is sick. And I normally hate zombies, but I love The Last of Us. I love The Last of Us Part 2, even though it was obviously, a little woke. But, I hate that we have to say that. Like, yeah, it's a little woke, but like, this part was cool. It's propaganda, but that part was sick, Which, by the way, I'll save it, but
no. So when I get down to getting back to the Xbox, I just hope that she continues to push everything in the right direction. Again, I'm just worried, like, this next console generation, I'm not going to be able to afford. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah, I mean,
the prices have ran. The prices of hard drive, memory, not memory.
They're delaying next gen because of that, which would be smart.
But here's the thing: there's no end in sight for these hardware prices going down. There's no end in sight, so they could sit there and say, "Yeah, we're going to delay it," but they could delay it, and then all of a sudden the prices jump up again, and they're like, "Well, shit."
Yeah.
They're just going to have to put it out when they put it out. That's kind of the whole thing with it, and it's a shame. Like, this is what the AI farms are doing to us. It's kind of like.
Fuck you, AI farm.
You can't buy to buy an 8 terabyte hard drive, not even a solid state drive, a hard drive. You're looking at like $300. So that's wild. That's how much they were. That's how much they were back in like 2008.
Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, he did say, and I think he's working something out with Trump to start developing superconductor, and semiconductors in the U.S.
That'll definitely help. Definitely help.
Yeah.
We're not going to get too technical here. I'm sure most of you don't want to hear that.
I'm in the boat that we're kind of capped out right now. We don't need a next gen anytime soon. Nothing worthwhile is coming out. Nothing.
But that's the thing. Nothing in this generation was worthwhile. Like, honestly, think about the two big, PlayStation and Xbox, and Nintendo is its own thing. What is the game that not revolutionized that, is this generation? Like, if you think of this generation, what is the game?
I think we're at the turning point right now. I think this year, I've been thinking about this a lot. I think this year is the turning point. I think with 007 First Light, GTA 6, Marvel's Wolverine looks much better than. I don't know, what you if you
I think it looks
me on
like
Twitter.
Shit. Oh man, that game looks so
great.
bad.
I think it looks great. And I shit on their last big game all the time, the Spider-Man 2. I think it looked great. I think, the game, the mechanics were better, but the story was so bad. The ending and the boss battles were not as good as the first game. I don't know, Colton, did you play Spider-Man 2?
I played some of it. I didn't really. I got tied up with my Rockstar run.
And Sony, their next God of War game is God of War Lawfee, and you play as Faye instead of Kratos. I thought at least we were going to get an Atreus spin-off.
How do you say this looks good? This looks terrible.
Oh, I think it looks great. What are you kidding me? You don't think it looks good, Colton?
I think it looks good. I think it looks real good.
Slav, you're such a Marvel hater, bro.
I'm not a Marvel hater. Look, I've been the one that has said for years what they need to do is Marvel needs to work out a deal with Xbox where they're like, hey, we're going to give you, Iron Man and this character and this character and this character. And then they do games, and then PlayStation, you get Spider-Man, Wolverine, this character, and they do games, and then they bring it all together for a big game that's cross-platform. That way,
like
it helps the systems.
Supposedly, Iron Man, there is an Iron Man game coming, and there's the 1943 Rise of Hydra, Captain America, Black Panther game. Supposedly, that game's not actually canceled because everyone thought it was canceled, so we haven't seen anything about it in years. But you want to talk 1943? The one short clip we saw looks way better than this. But I think
let's go. No, I'm going to go back. I'm going to watch this. Watch how bad this looks. He doesn't even hit him. He doesn't even.
I will say this does look like it's going to be a button masher.
Yes.
Yeah, that is true.
Those kind of games.
That's the one thing I hate about Insomnia. I think Insomnia is becoming more and more like the entry-level product for PlayStation, whereas not to say that the early Spider-Man games were like really difficult, but Spider-Man 2, I played it on the hardest difficulty. It's one of the easiest games I played of all time. It was so easy on the hardest difficulty. It really pissed me off. And the story sucked. And what really pissed me off was everyone got the symbiote. The symbiote felt like the clap. MJ got it. When MJ got it, I was like, fuck this, man. I was so pissed. I hate playing as MJ to begin with. Now I got to play as her as Scream, which is her symbiote name. That shit pissed me off. Even, the comics, they made MJ Venom. MJ is currently the Venom in the Marvel Universe. And at first I was like, that shit is so dumb. It's going to be so whack. It actually ended up being pretty cool. But, when I was like, oh, now I got to play as MJ with the symbiote and like do a boss fight, I was so pissed.
That's not Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, definitely.
But to circle back and answer your question, Bob, the defining game for this generation, outside of the games coming out this year, is Red Dead 2.
Was that this generation? No, that was Xbox.
Oh, that was PS4.
Yeah, that was Xbox One, bruh.
I don't know.
Yeah. Because that came out when I was living in the other town.
Yeah, same here. I remember. I remember picking that up from a GameStop that is nowhere near where I live now.
GTA,
yeah,
so we'll say GTA 6.
Fucked up.
GTA 6 will probably be the defining game of this generation.
Yeah,
probably, but that's not like you want a first-party game to really be the defining. Right. So you take a look at the PS3. It was Last of Us. Like that, the Last of Us was the defining game of that generation. And
I would say God of War was. Oh, sorry. I would say God of War was the defining game of the generation for PS4. And as of now, if you want to talk about the best PlayStation 5 exclusive, I would say God of War Ragnarok was the best one by far. That game was incredible. Did you guys play it?
Yeah, it was really good.
Oh, it was really good. I'm going to replay it once I'm done with First Light. By the way, and I might be a little biased.
You look at that, Bob. You can't look at that when it's your screen.
But First Light is incredible. I'm telling you, once you guys play First Light, like this game and the gunplay in it, it's the gun combat that I've literally always dreamed of for a James Bond game. I always wanted a game where you didn't have a lot of ammo, the bullets actually do a lot of damage, a short amount of bullet time. If you run out of bullets, you could throw the gun at the other guy and make him drop his gun and kick it up, and it's crazy. And it's making me think that if the John Wick game is good the way this is, as big of a Bond fan as I am, I always try to step out of my bias. That John Wick game is going to be fucking incredible. But First Light, I might even say this is the up there. It's definitely in the conversation for the best game of the generation, even though it's not an exclusive.
A John Wick game should be like a mix between Max Payne and like God of War.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, if you mix Max Payne and God of War together, that could be a John Wick
They
game.
need to They got to figure out how you could go from punching someone and in a split second shooting him in the face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Without it being a quick time event.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, see, that's why I was thinking the God of War aspect is because of this quick time of, like hitting certain buttons a certain way.
Yeah.
But having like the gameplay of Max Payne modernized to like current generation, like I think that would be badass. But whatever. Anyways,
what sucks about Max Payne is we'll never see it again because there's no money in it compared to what else Rockstar is making. Rockstar's never going to go back to Max Payne when they could just focus on one or two games a generation, Red Dead Redemption or GTA. That's all they're ever going to do again.
I'd love for them to do another Bully. Man,
I would love Bully or another LA Noire.
Yes.
Especially with modern graphics that can actually tell when the face is moving and they don't like glitch out or look like they're stroking.
But LA one of them, so aren't there technically two different studios within Rockstar? Like one works on Grand Theft Auto and one works on something else.
One of them is Rockstar and the other is Rockstar North, right?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. So, like, they can do it. Like, come on. I'm getting way too drunk. I need to slow down. But
it's not even like something that would take that much. Like, okay, cool. You just make what you put into the game for Bully. You're gonna make Bully 2, and it's gonna make money. Make any of their IPs, it makes money. It's not.
Yeah. So we're going to move on because we got a lot more to talk about. I want to talk about this real quick. The Assassin's Creed show, Colton, you put this in here. Why?
Because, I mean, I don't know if you read the article. I agree with it. We should have a Roman Assassin's Creed game, not a TV show. That's pretty much the general gist of the article.
I mean, when it comes, like, if we're going to talk about Assassin's Creed, I think they need to just start from scratch. And
I completely agree.
Each season be a different era.
Yeah.
Like that's how they should do it. So, you do the first game in the first season, not necessarily the second game in the second season, but jump to a different era, but
well, you have that ability with the Animus. You can, like Desmond Miles, that was the main modern day character for the first technically 5 games.
Yeah.
1, 2.
But that's the whole idea. That's the whole thing. Like you do it that way, so you can jump around and do some really cool things. I think that would be what they need to do. But
yeah, that's why I'm really excited for the next one, even though they're taking away all the witchcraft in it. Hex or Hexy. You were supposed to be a witch, and you were supposed to like be an assassin as well. Supposed to dip into the supernatural, which you can because you're dealing with all that lore of the pieces of Eden and the old gods and stuff like that. Like, what's the new one? Valhalla really dove into it with Viking religion. I don't remember technically what it's called, but God of War dips into it too, with Ragnarok, because Yggdrasil is the Animus machine that holds memories and stuff like that.
Right.
And I can't remember her name. The main character is the reincarnation of Odin. Because you find out spoilers if you guys care. I won't tell them. Okay, but you find out like
I drink a lot of rum, so I apologize.
It's okay. For once, I'm sober.
Me too.
But you find out throughout the game, through the cutscenes, whenever you do the puzzles or whatever, that the like Odin and all the old gods in mythology put their consciousness into a machine to be reborn every cycle or every 100 years or something like that. And the main character of Valhalla is the reincarnation of Odin. And Loki is the Sim from Mirage. He appears in Valhalla because chronologically Mirage.
I gotta finish Valhalla.
But
the last one I played was Origins. So I'm a bit behind.
I mean, Valhalla was a grind. I liked it, and then I hated it very quickly. And I finished Odyssey when I was off for my surgery. That was fun. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
Did I play Odyssey? I may have played Odyssey. Which one was Odyssey? What was that one about?
You were Spartan. It was during the Spartan Athens War.
No. The last one I played was in Egypt. So yeah, that was Origins.
But yeah, you find out like the Sim is the reincarnation of Loki. You're Odin, and shit hits the fan. Or
Interesting.
Desmond isn't dead, kind of. Spoiler.
All right, guys. Well, let us know your thoughts about gaming. What are you looking forward to the most? What do you think about Xbox and what they're doing? What else did we talk about? Halo. Let us know about that stuff. Let us know in the comments below. All right, Jerry, you're up, buddy. You're up. Can you believe it?
All right. So let's talk comics. So yeah, people are pissed with Marvel these days. Everyone is talking about Marvel as if they got nothing good coming out. And I think they're having a great year so far. First of all, their big event for the summer is Armageddon. It's bringing back Chip Zdarsky. He's one of the biggest writers in comics. I think he's going to go down as the greatest Captain America writer of all time. But this event, the build-up for Armageddon, has been sick. And the fallout for it is going to be huge because they just announced today that he is doing the next Avengers run. The last Avengers run ended like a couple months ago. A lot of people didn't like it. I think they didn't even really read it, but it was great, whatever. Anyway, this is the new Avengers logo. First time in a really long time. Chip Zdarsky actually designed it himself. This is the roster. You got Captain Marvel, Daredevil, Luke Cage, Wolverine, Spider-Man. I don't know, I know why they're doing it. I think some of the roster is great. I'm not a big Luke Cage guy. I'm definitely not a big Captain Marvel guy. But I really like the rest of the roster. I really like Daredevil. I like Wolverine, and I love Spider-Man. But, Marco Cicchetto is one of the greatest artists in comics also. So this is just going to look incredible. If, you're familiar with Chip Zdarsky's run of Daredevil or Ultimate Spider-Man by Jonathan Hickman, Marco Cicchetto was the artist on both of those books. So yeah, this is just going to be sick. It's got a lot of Avengers Disassembled vibes, which is the iconic story from the early 2000s where the Avengers broke apart. Obviously it's called Disassembled, and that Avengers roster and the new Avengers by Brian Bendis was very similar to this roster. The one thing I do like about this roster is that I like that it's small. I like that it's small because with as much as I really like the current Justice League Unlimited, run that Mark Waid is doing, the roster is so huge and you don't really get to flesh out these long intertwined narratives with these characters when there's 20 people on the roster. So when you have 5 people like that, the writer really gets to flesh them out. You get to learn their voice on the character, things like that. So I think that this is going to be really cool. And hopefully it sells well because a lot of people are crapping on Marvel Comics these days. People think, people were saying for a long time, fight back, Marvel, DC's crushing you. So, yeah, I think this is going to be really big.
DC is really crushing it though right now, and that's kind of the big thing going on is how good DC has been, but it's really been their what's the line? I can't think. Yeah. So I sit there and I think people are really invested in what they're doing with DC right now. Marvel is becoming, and this is somebody, because I don't read a lot of Marvel comics. I read DC comics a lot more. But when I sit there and I think of Marvel, I think the perception is now movies more than anything. So, you sit there and think of Marvel, it's kind of like, oh, you're talking about the MCU. So I sit there and I think, are the comics, I've never been a big fan of Marvel comics. I've never been able to truly get into it. Sure, I mean my entry point to comics was Marvel back in the 90s, but when I found DC and really got into DC comics, I was just like, oh, this is so much more interesting to me.
Have you read Jonathan Hickman's Avengers saga? Not Secret Wars, the Avengers saga.
No, I haven't. No, I read Secret Wars, obviously. I mean, I've read a lot of the bigger things, like the really, really big ones, you know, the Civil Wars, the Secret Wars, things like that. But no, I haven't read that.
If I were you, I mean, what if you want to like experience Marvel's absolute best? I mean, this book is like my Bible. This is like the Marvel comic. I think it's the greatest story ever told. Jonathan Hickman is by far the best writer of comics of all time. And this run, first of all, it's so deep and intertwined. And like, you know, every time there's like a big, edgy writer, people try to say he's the next Hickman. That's like the big thing. And, you know, Secret Wars, as great as it is, if you didn't read that before it, like you didn't really fully experience Secret Wars. What I would recommend that you do, and I'll send you the reading list if you want to check it out or take a look at it before you decide. But, you know, Secret Wars was the swan song, but it played with different things. Basically, what happened was there are the incursions, which is obviously the story with Doomsday and Secret Wars that they're doing. But in the comics, the incursions that were coming, you know, Tony forms the Illuminati, and I don't want to spoil too much of it if you're going to read it, but what I will say is, you know, and it's really interesting because there's a lot of woke people online that love this story, but they don't fully understand it because, like, here's the thing. The whole thing about the story is that Captain America says to Tony and the Illuminati, he's like, I know you guys. You're going to build some stupid machine and you're going to say, we're only building it as a last resort. And over time, you're going to convince yourselves that it's okay to use it. Do you mind if I spoil a lot of it?
Go for it. I don't care.
Yeah,
right. So basically, down the line, they are like, okay, we have to use it. And the machine, the idea is in an incursion, two Earths collide and either one of them survives or they both die. So the idea with the machine was the antimatter injection device was to blow up the other planet before they collided. Captain America's issue was like, you can't just kill a whole planet. We have to figure out another way. That's not okay. And the rest of them was like, well, it's us or them. Like, we're all going to die or some of us are going to live. So we might as well fucking do it. And, you know, obviously that's not how they talk, but, you know, and
so much better if they did.
the whole thing, like when you're sitting there and this is why Hickman is so great. You're sitting there and you're reading it and you're like, use the fucking machine. But Hickman makes you feel like a piece of shit for thinking that. He wants you to feel that, but he wants you to be like, it's wrong of you to feel that way because the second you do that, you're playing God and you are deciding who lives and who dies. And it's like, I don't want to get too deep, but like, if you think of the pro-choice, pro-life argument and like all these things and COVID and the shot and like all those kinds of things, it's like a lot of that is in line with that story. And you have so many people who read that story who have the nerve to talk media literacy and then take the crazy positions that don't align with their position in the book. And that's one of the things I love about comics is like, I see so many instances where people claim that they're the ones with media literacy, but they don't realize that, like the whole thing in Civil War. Civil War is another one because Civil War, you have people who, you know, Captain America is like, nah, that's government overreach. The Superhero Registration Act is wrong. And you have people who are like, oh, you're a coward if you aren't with Cap. But meanwhile, then they were all like, yeah, if you don't take that COVID shot, like you lose your job, you know, and it's crazy because it's like, you're the one talking about media literacy. Are you fucking nuts? So, yeah.
Sorry. Oh man, that one's. I did not expect it to go that direction. So.
You know,
it gets deep. Sorry, should I not be doing that on the show?
No, it's okay. I'm pretty sure I made a Hitler joke that probably got cut out the last time.
Okay, yeah. So.
Oh boy. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I'll probably check out this run. It comes out in October, right? So I'll probably check it out. Just because, look, when you start talking about your passion, it gets me excited. So,
yeah.
like, hey,
well, you should read Armageddon during the summer because it's going to be the fallout from Armageddon. But the other thing that I wanted to talk about, which, you know what? I'll forget it. I kind of went a little deep, and I'll forget the next part.
All right, then.
But anyway, I liked Hickman's run with the X-Men. I really liked his X-Men run.
It was great, but it sucks that they cut it off.
Yeah. Yeah, I was really disappointed with it, but I did thoroughly enjoy his X-Men run.
Yeah, it was great. You know, and the thing that really sucks about it is like he's just such a like edgy creative that his whole thing is, which he's breaking this year, but he said it in the past that he'll never visit a character. Like he's like, if I wrote a character, I'm not doing it again, no matter what. But he also says, I'm Marvel's hired gun. Marvel needs me to do something, I'm doing it. And he did Ultimate Spider-Man, and now he's doing I forget what it's called, but they have a Spider-Man book he's doing. I think it's called Long Way Home. It's coming out this summer to coincide with the movie. So maybe he'll do X-Men again. Who knows?
Well, let us know your thoughts about Marvel Comics in the comments below. And are you going to read this upcoming Avengers? I mean, I'm probably going to read it.
I probably will.
Oh, fucking yeah.
Why not, right? Why not?
Yeah.
All right. The last thing I want to talk about, and it's kind of ironic because I am going to bring something up that I just ranted about almost 2 hours ago, is the Mandalorian and Grogu and what is going on with Star Wars. So last week we talked about this, and we talked about what was going on with the box office at the time and the reception of the movie. And we're not going to get into our thoughts because we did that last week. But what I want to talk about is you take a look at this, and you take a look at the box office total so far. It's at $255 million worldwide. And like I said earlier, this doesn't, state, hey, this movie's good or bad, because it doesn't. But you also take a look at Rotten Tomatoes, and it has a pretty solid Rotten Tomatoes score. And I won't say Rotten Tomatoes, but more the popcorn meter score from the fans. The fans have enjoyed it. The fans that have watched it and reviewed it, which is over 10,000 verified ratings on Rotten Tomatoes. 87% of them have enjoyed this film. What has happened? I want to ask you guys, what has happened with Star Wars that it's to a point where, hey, 87% of the people that watch the movie like it, but it's only made $255 million, which if you don't know,
it's getting review bombed from the opposite direction.
From the opposite direction. Solo made 392, okay, which is often referred to as the biggest disappointment. It is the biggest box office disappointment for Star Wars. So it made 392 million. First off, can the Mandalorian and Grogu get to that? It's at 255 right now. I can tell you this, most likely, because it's been out 2 weeks now, we're looking at maybe 2 more weeks of it being out exclusively in theaters. I could see them putting it on digital to own or rent digitally probably by the end of June, if not a little sooner. What do you think? Like, what is going on with Star Wars? Okay, 2 questions. Can it reach Solo, and what is going on with Star Wars? Colton, you start.
It's not going to reach Solo. I don't think it will. It'll be in the ballpark. I mean, if it does, it's not going to beat it by much. I don't think it will. And I think this is still fallout from what The Last Jedi did. There's no clear direction with Star Wars. No one's really invested in anything Star Wars story-wise. Because, again, I mean, I haven't seen it because you guys said it was 3 episodes. Why would I go to a theater to watch a TV show?
Yeah.
That's my opinion. But what's going to come after this? There's no story. No one gives a shit now. Baby Yoda ran its course in, what was it, 20 something, when the first season of Mandalorian came out. I don't remember when it came out.
2020.
Yeah, I think it came out like right away with Disney Plus.
So this movie should have came out 5, 6 years ago, and it would have done fantastic. The hype died.
Would it have though? Because
it would have done better than this.
You're not gonna. This is a TV show. Like, you're not. I get it has the Star Wars name, but these are characters that not everybody knows. You know, despite what people want to say about the Mandalorian Grogu being a hit on Disney Plus, it was a hit on Disney Plus with those who are subscribed to Disney Plus. You know, for those of the people that don't have it or don't care about TV shows in that way, they don't care. So I don't even think back in 2022, 2023, it would have been successful. Maybe a little bit more than this, but I don't think it would have been that big, especially if it was this movie. Like, if it was this movie, which is a terribly executed film, I don't think it would have been better. Jerry, what do you think?
Big movie star Pedro Pascal can't beat Solo? What the hell? You know,
Colton Aaron writes better than Pedro Pascal. You heard it here.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think people don't care about Star Wars anymore. I think there's a small group of people that are still like, Disney Star Wars is great, and everyone else who's willing to be honest about it is like, yeah, this shit is so lame. It sucks. And you know, it's just they were just so irresponsible with the IP. You know, even Mandalorian season 3 was really what's the girl's name? Bo-Katan. It was they laundered it. You know, I sat down to watch Mandalorian and I ended up watching Bo-Katan. I didn't want to watch Bo-Katan. I wanted to watch Mandalorian. And, you know, like I said, I think I enjoyed the movie more than I expected to, but it wasn't anything like special. It wasn't great. And people are crapping on the movie online, and people are like, yeah, it's probably going to be on Disney Plus, so I'm not going out of my way. I'm definitely not spending money. And people are like, you know, there are big movies coming out this summer that people really are excited to see. And they're like, I'll just save my money for that ticket or whatever.
Yeah, like the woke version of the Odyssey, right? No, that movie's gonna make bank. I mean, regardless, yeah. I mean, it's Nolan and it's gonna make bank. Anyways, it is still gonna make bank. Yeah, it's gonna make bank, but yeah, it is R-rated. Anyways, I mean, with this, I agree. I don't think it's gonna reach Solo. Probably 320 is probably its limit, if that. I don't know if it'll even hit that. Because, I mean, you think about it, this week we have Masters of the Universe, which isn't going to do great. I mean, it's not getting amazing reviews, but you have that coming out, which kind of, you know, is the same audience. Next week is Toy Story, isn't it? Or the week after is Toy Story. Like, you have all these other movies coming out over the next few weeks that are just going to take away from Star Wars that I just don't see it making much more money. And the problem with Star Wars is that they're not focusing on the right thing. I'm going to say this. I say this very, very clearly and plainly. Star Wars is Skywalker. Skywalker is Star Wars. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. And I'm not talking about that Mary Sue Ray. No, she's not a Skywalker. She's a clown. She doesn't deserve to be in Star Wars.
She's a Palpatine, technically.
What I'm saying is, and there's so many people who claim to know, like, Star Wars needs to get away from the Skywalkers. They have to. If they want to survive, they got to get away from the Skywalkers.
I'm one of those.
Really? Because, guys.
Well, that's not exactly my solution. I think that they need to do episode 10 and center it around someone who isn't a Skywalker, but is a Jedi.
You can't do this. The saga... The episodic saga is Skywalker, and that should be ongoing forever. I like, you have that as the core basis. The Skywalker story is forever because that is Star Wars. Can you make movies outside of that? Absolutely. If you want to make an episode 10 that's about Luke's long lost brother who had a son who had a daughter who had a sister who, and it's a Skywalker, but it has to be a Skywalker. It has to be, okay? And then if you want to, the next year or 2 years later, make a movie about the Old Republic, go for it. If you then a couple years later want to make a movie about the Far and the futuristic Republic, go for it. But then episode 11 is still about the Skywalkers. That is what draws people in. It's the continuation of the familiar of what the story is. Okay, that is what they need to do. I saw somebody post online. Now I'm just going to call it Sil Abdul posted online that basically they need to reboot Star Wars. Star Wars is not a brand that you reboot. It's not. You don't reboot it. It's not that kind of brand. You just continue moving on. There's the lore is so large, the universe is so large. You can fix it without rebooting it. And the thing is, the core of what Star Wars is Skywalker. You just get back to it. It's that simple. You can make an episode 10 that true, and I'm being serious here, introduces that Luke Skywalker had a kid with Mara Jade, but Luke didn't know about this kid, and she named him Luke Skywalker II, and people would buy in. Sure, there would be people who were a little hesitant and pissed off at first, but you could literally make that episode 10 and restart a new story with a new Luke Skywalker who's young, and people would buy into it, and it would make more money than a movie about a baby Yoda that talks baby talk. Like it would.
I think no, go ahead.
All right, go on.
No, go ahead. We're doing that thing where we're talking over each other on accident.
We do that a lot. Do you think Dave Filoni is the guy? Because he wrote Mandalorian and Grogu, and
he needs to get out of his own way. The thing with Dave Filoni is he knows Star Wars. He does know Star Wars. And 9 years ago, I was all on board like Dave Filoni should be in charge. I am a little worried. The thing is, he is so up his own ass when it comes to characters like Ahsoka, the characters that he created. Okay. He also was like a big consultant on The Acolyte. And the fact that he had no pushback on that fucking story of The Acolyte is absurd. And that to me is like a huge red flag. Because I can get over the whole idea that, hey, everybody has the Force inside of them. It's just the Jedi have learned to, utilize it in a certain way. I hate it, but I can get over it. But The Acolyte is an abomination of a show in every way, form, and fashion of anything ever. And he was the creative officer during that time and allowed that thing to get made.
I didn't watch it, but it seems like it was the biggest low point in Star Wars history.
It 100% is. And I encourage anybody to give it a watch just so they can see how bad Star Wars has gotten.
Yeah, I think we're at the point where the Old Republic's the only thing that could save it at this point.
Look, there's rumor that they're making episode 10. That, who's it? Simon Kinberg, I think, is writing a new trilogy, 10, 11, 12. And I'm okay with that. I truly am. And if they want to bring Rey into it, that's fine. But you have to have a real blood-related Skywalker in it, who is the main character. That's what they need to do. But I agree, Colton, that they need to do Old Republic as well to kind of just wash off the stench from the Solo, from the Mandalorian Grogu, from the Acolyte, from things like that. Nobody likes the High Republic. The High Republic is shit because they wokenized it to high hell. It was like, hey, how do we make Star Wars woke? And they're like, the High Republic. And that's what happened. Get rid of that. Stop talking about that. Get back to the Old Republic. People love that story, that lore. Get into that. Talk about that. Because then you can really focus on the Sith then, which I've been saying for years.
That's what I want to say. Yeah. I'm a villains guy. I love villains. Dr. Doom's my favorite character in comics. So,
yeah. But that's what I think. I don't know. I'm worried for Star Wars. I know Starfighter comes out next year. Look, Sean Levy, he made Deadpool and Wolverine and a bunch of other things. Sure, like he's an okay director. Ryan
This isn't going
Gosling.
to be the movie that restores the Star Wars brand.
It's not. There's some people who say it is, and it's just not. Will it be better than this movie, The Mandalorian Grogu? Absolutely. I have no doubt in my mind it's going to be better than that. But this isn't going to be the one that brings it back to being $1 billion franchise. This is going to be one that's just like, hey, this isn't bad. Can we get more of these, please? Like more wins? Can we? That's
can we finally get Solo 2, please?
Make Solo 2 happen.
Solo 1 was a good story. It's just the Last Jedi backlash shit that one out.
Yeah, I enjoyed Solo.
Yeah.
So did I. Okay, we're gonna play a quick game before we get out of here.
Yay, Colton makes an ass out of himself time.
We're gonna play.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, this is where Colton makes a real ass out of himself.
We'll start with Colton because he's played this before. So the idea of this game is I'm going to click this little clapper here. And when I click it, it says the number of how many of something you need to name in a time. Okay. So what I do is I will read what you have to do, Colton. And then I will click this, and I'm going to put it on screen so you can see it. You'll see the number. Okay? So, Colton, you need to, and this isn't the right information, so just,
okay.
So, Colton, movies set in New York City. You have to name 3 and 45 seconds. You got this. Come on.
Spider-Man 1, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3.
No. Spider-Man 1 counts. Next.
Oh, damn it. Oh, God. Oh, man. Shit.
Seriously?
Yeah, this is
easiest one.
I don't think one. Oh, I technically got 3. Okay, the amazing.
No, you got 1. What?
The Amazing Spider-Man.
No, come on. No.
That counts. That counts.
Spider-Man. You got 17 seconds. Come on.
Oh, God. I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. I do bad under these things. Oh, God. New York. Oh, man. There was a documentary that probably took place in New York.
And
Ladder 49.
You failed.
45. Ladder 45. I don't know.
All right. Jerry.
See, I told you, this is the game I make an ass out of myself.
That's like the easiest question.
It was. And only 3? Come on.
Yeah.
Jerry, actors' names starting with S. First name starting with S. You need 5 and 60 seconds.
Sean William Scott. No. Oh,
yeah,
man.
it's fucking hard, isn't
it? Sean Connery.
There you go.
Fuck, I'm really fucking up.
Vindication for Colton.
Yeah,
hard. It's hard.
It is. It's so hard being put on the spot like this. I'm throwing in the towel.
Already, you got 7 seconds.
I got 2. You got 3. I'm not that bad. I'm one.
Yo, Adrian.
Yo, Adrian. Sylvester Stallone.
There you go. There's 3.
Seamus.
I'm trying to look at my fucking DVD.
He was probably in the movie, wasn't he? He was in the movie, so there you go. All right.
Vindicated.
Jerry took round 1 because he got more, but
I suck.
All right, Colton. Movies starring Will Ferrell. You need to get.
Oh, that's an easy one.
Hold on.
I might actually pass this one.
12 and 15 seconds.
Christ. Does SNL count? Can I count SNL? Will Ferrell. Talladega Nights, Step Brothers. Shit. That's all he's in. He's Will Ferrell as Will Ferrell in Will Ferrell.
That's all he's in.
That's all he does. I think it's bullshit. SNL didn't count.
All right, you got 2 that round.
Buddy V.
You need to beat 2 with movies, but try and get all of them.
Okay.
Movies directed by Steven Spielberg. You need 4 and 60 seconds.
Come on.
E.T., Ready Player One. What was the one he just did? The Fablemans. I beat him.
Come on, one more. You said one more. How do you not get 4 Steven Spielberg movies? There's one coming out in like a week. That's the one that's next week.
Oh, Disclosure Day.
There you go.
There you go.
He had 60 seconds. I had 12 seconds.
Old school.
It's what it is. It does what it wants to do. All right. Colton. Actors who played James Bond.
Oh, God. Oh, no.
12 and 45 seconds. There's not 12. So we'll do
man.
5 and 60 seconds.
You know I'm bad with names, too. God damn it.
I named one of them for S.
Sean Connery. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
He doesn't know the names of the movies.
Oh.
The Man with the Golden Gun. GoldenEye.
See, I can see the faces. I can't think of the fucking names. That's the problem. I know faces and not names. I can tell you what they look like.
Can you take it, Jerry? Take it.
Yeah. Sean Connery, George Lazenby, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, Pierce Brosnan, and Daniel Craig. And if you want to count the Peter Sellers from the spoof from the 50s.
There you go.
I could have got Daniel Craig.
That was unfair for me, though. I'm like a huge Bond fan.
I know.
And I know faces and not names. I'm not making an excuse. I could have got Daniel Craig. I could have got 2 of them.
Yeah.
All right. Jerry, because we're on you. Movies directed by Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, Pulp Fiction.
Oh, hold on. 6 and 15 seconds. Go.
Pulp Fiction, Django Unchained, Kill Bill Volume 1, Kill Bill Volume 2, what's it? Not Dog Day Afternoon, Reservoir Dogs, and which one was I missing?
Did you say Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
Hateful Eight.
Oh,
I could have done that one. That one I could have done.
Hateful Eight was the worst one.
Colton, actors who have voiced an animated character. 5 and 45 seconds.
Oh, I did technically.
You're not.
Oh God, Ewan McGregor. Well, no, Ewan McGregor was not Obi-Wan. Damn it.
What?
He wasn't Obi-Wan in the animated series.
No, but he's voiced in it. I'll give you because he did voice an animated character.
Okay. God damn, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
That's true.
Oh my God, why am I drawing a blank? Son of a bitch. Adam Sandler.
All right, now think of Toy Story, and you got this.
Tim Allen and oh God, the other guy. John Goodman. I'm sure he's voiced an animated character.
I'm sure he has. Yeah, I'll give that to you. But we were looking for Tom Hanks there.
Tom Hanks. I couldn't think of his name because I was like Woody and Buzz Lightyear. Who's fuck?
All right, last one, Jerry. Movies containing aliens. 10 and 60 seconds. Go.
Alien, Star Wars Episode 1, Star Wars Episode 2.
No, we're not doing that. Star Wars is one thing.
So Star Wars is a franchise. Avengers Endgame. E.T. Prometheus.
It almost falls in the aliens, but I'll give that to you.
What else? Shit, I think that's all I got. Oh no, Toy Story.
The Claw.
Yeah. Austin Powers. I think they got aliens.
No.
Thank you, David. Godzilla Final Wars. I don't watch the Godzilla movies, but
come on, the best one was in 1998 with Matthew Broderick, right?
Yeah. I don't think I've seen anything since that and Godzilla 2000.
I've been watching all of the Godzilla films, every single one. I think I'm up to modern. I'm 2000.
You do the weirdest things, Colton. I tell you.
Hey, I'm a casual. Leave me alone.
All right. Well, that was fun. That was our game for the night. So that was a lot of fun. And guys, again, those who watch and listen, if you have an idea for a game, let us know in the comments, because I love making these guys think and look like assholes. So
movies that take place in New York.
Movies. Let's see. Home Alone 2.
Yeah. Let's see. I would have said Home Alone and not thinking to say.
The first one takes
Home
place.
Alone 2. The Godfather.
Goodfellas. Die Hard 3.
Die Hard 3.
See, I'm an ass.
Independence Day. Oh no, that's the Alien one. But that does take place in New York.
I Am Legend.
I Am Legend. Yeah.
Well, I forgot that does take place in New York.
Huh. All right, guys. This was a fun episode. Great episode, guys. Loved it. Where can people, if they care to find you, where can they find
Comics Cuts on X and YouTube?
Excellent. Colton?
White Ruby 53. I'll probably start using X again.
Yeah.
If you guys look, I did a new banner and a new profile pic.
There you go. I by the way, on my tweet for that we were live, I just accidentally tagged Adam Kinzinger instead of Slav. So
weird.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have counted more than one of the Avengers movies. So Spider-Man, because it's made by Sony, would have counted, and then like Avengers, and then there would have been no more Marvel in there.
Right.
Well, you forgot Justice League. Or any Superman film.
Justice League didn't take place in New York.
Or not Justice League. No, for Alien, BBS. Doomsday's in it. And
Superman himself's an alien.
Yeah.
All right, guys. This was a lot of fun. Thank you all for tuning in, watching, and taking time to listen to us. Whoa! That was really loud. So yeah, we'll be back sometime next week. We may keep doing live. Let us know if you like us doing live. Let us know. But with all that said, guys, thank you for watching, and we will catch you all later.
Later.